What's up, nerds? I'm Warshaw, and this is my new series where we'll be talking about ways to maximize your potential in each belt level in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Welcome, my sweet white belts. If you're anything like the average white belt, then you know that you are basically the crash test dummy of every competitive blue belt in the gym. Whether you're 1 week in, or even if you're the ever-elusive 6-year white belt that has moved around a lot, or quote, trained only no-gi, this video is for you. We're going to go over 5 of the most important concepts and tips that will help you 100% your white belt and further prepare you for that big bad blue belt. That was a lot of alliteration. So without further ado, let's get started. Concept 1, survivability. Survivability is the ability to survive in nasty spots, learning to understand the difference between something that's just uncomfortable and something that is going to hurt or injure you. In essence, it's learning to get comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Most of the higher ranked individuals are going to smash you with top pressure, or they're going to use you to basically live drill their highlight reel submissions. So to increase your survivability, first you must understand that pressure to an extent is not going to hurt you. It's not uncommon for new students to tap to knee on belly or some gnarly shoulder pressure. Just remember that in these situations, you have to learn to be patient. Panicking and flailing around or pushing or, doing too much to reach up and grab that shoulder and try to pull it off your face is only going to get you submitted faster. Focus on your breathing and focus on building short and efficient frames, staying tight, not overextending. This will stop you from being caught as easily. And stay patient. Remember that eventually, in order to progress, your opponent will have to advance in position and control. During their transitions, this will be your time to work escapes and reversals. Remind yourself that a lot of time spent at white belt is trial and error, and when attempting your escapes, you will get submitted, swept, whatever it is. Your job is to evaluate your mistake and try again. Also, pattern recognition, that's going to help a lot. Try to learn where your opponent's going and moving and start defending before they get there. And this leads us into tip 2. Mistakes are a good thing. I always tell my white belts that mistakes are bound to happen. Just focus on trying not to make the same mistake more than twice. For example, if I catch you with a triangle choke, evaluate why I caught you. Did you stick an arm inside the guard? Did you post an arm on the mat? What got you put in that triangle? Then go back into the match with the attitude that I may catch you in another triangle, but you're not going to let it be the same triangle. Don't let it happen the same way. Rather than making the same mistake repeatedly, fix it and learn to make new mistakes. You might get caught 9 times in 5 minutes. Just don't let it happen the same way every time. Eventually, you will, through trial and error, learn what works for you and what doesn't. Tip 3. The balance of drilling and grappling. If you're the guy that spends the entire class drilling technique but skips the rounds after class, then you're no better than the guy or girl skipping warm-ups. Yes, I'm talking about you purple belts that miraculously appear as soon as the warm-ups are done. If you spend an hour drilling, then you should spend about an hour or close to it grappling. Intensity can vary, so not every round has to be a death match. Even at brown belt, I still have where I have my days set up where a few days a week I have intense rounds. And on my off days, this consists of flows and positional work. Yeah, we know that you have a life outside of BJJ and you need to water your kids or put your lawn to sleep or whatever your excuses are. Just make sure you get in a few rounds after class. Tip 4, don't ignore the leg locks. In your time at white belt, there's tons of more important things to learn and focus on than the fancy leg entanglement that the higher ranked no-gi guys are doing in your gym. But drilling leg locks as a white belt is okay, and gaining a basic understanding of basic leg locks and entanglement early in your journey will help you be competitive when you finally hit that blue belt. Most major competitions have slowly opened their rule sets to include straight ankles and some even knee bars in their white belt divisions. So don't get left behind. The sport is evolving and so should you. Finally, our last tip is mat time is king. The most efficient way to grow and gain knowledge is to simply show up and do the work. There are no shortcuts that'll make anything happen faster, but not taking advantage of your mat time does slow you down and it hinders your progress. There's gonna be days that you don't want to or you can't make it to class, but remember that every second on the mat counts. Drilling, rolling, positional work, it all matters. Don't skip out on it. On the days that you can't make it to the gym, try doing some solo drills or even watch tape. Find a grappler that you like and that has a similar body type or style as you and watch and try to emulate their style and their movement and their techniques. Experiment with it in your gym. Anytime that you can soak in knowledge, do it. Just remember that the caveat is that you'll see a lot of stuff on Instagram and YouTube that is going to be fancy. It's going to be low success submissions or entries. Just remember, you can always go ask your coach, hey, is this worth me wasting my time on? And they'll tell you yes or no. But that's it. That's my 5 tips for white belts. Make sure you guys are hitting the mats every day you can. Get out there, get better. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, do all the good stuff, and I will see you guys next time.